All right. What's wrong with you?
في صوت طالع عندي بالباك جراوند.
Think we are live.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from your brother El Jihaz here from 47 Soul. Thanks to all our listeners and supporters of 47 Soul, our family around the world. I'm here to introduce this amazing session after listening after party session Q&A with my band, my friends El Far'i and Zida people, and we'll
Salamat,
be
salamat.
introducing more guests soon. I hope you all saw the video that we just released. If you haven't seen it yet, go on YouTube and watch it. Thank you so much for all of our YouTube premium users and people who are watching this live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We miss you all, and we're happy to start this session. Again, I'm just gonna encourage you to go watch the video again. Thank you so much for joining, everyone.
Salamat, salamat, everyone. How's it going? فرع المداخل 47 Soul. That's good. We have amazing people with us today. We'll get into it in a bit. So yeah, let's dig in.
Peace, everybody. Appreciate you all. Thank you for being here with the 47 and presenting our song, and just gonna give a quick overview of what we were intending to kind of address with this live. Like oftentimes we talk about the they or the other like it's some invisible or insensible force we credit for our failure and success. So if we're there, that force is us. And still there is a they that opposes us and a free Palestine pushing us. And they don't want us to talk about Palestine, and they don't want us to take back the streets. And also our experiences, 47 is a type of emergency band, has constantly put us into solidarity circumstances with other native cultures who faced invasion, destruction, displacement, and mass incarceration. Like this past summer, we were in Calgary and we were programmed onto a stage for a workshop with indigenous Americans like Leonard Sumner, Nimki, and the Ninnies. And it's a strange experience to be like growing in a network with natives who survived what's plausibly the most total genocide in human history. But it was also fitting because we're both currently still on that trail of tears. And of course, in general, there's the dual nature of fire. Like to get to the protest stage in London where we filmed part of the music video, it was even more of a strange experience to walk alongside the march commemorating the Armenian genocide. Like what are you supposed to say? Like now it's our turn.
That's
Shout
what
out
that's
people.
what I feel like in that one. We try to show what's happening to our people and still give respect to all the resilient allies out there at the protests that just came back to the streets this weekend. So Ghost Town song and videos talking directly about this. With our song Yaho that we released, it was the first song a couple of months ago, and we felt like the first thing we do in this situation is try to send a message to our people, specifically in Gaza and in Palestine in general. With that one, we're trying to talk to our situation, for some of us at least here in the diaspora, and all our people coming out to the streets. And yeah, so message-wise, I mean, maybe we'll tell you a bit about the lyrics, but shall we get into the sound? Maybe, Jihaz, if you want to tell us a little bit about the production vibe of the track.
What I would like to say about this song is that Ghost Town was written sometime after October 7th, and it was a song that was built with a lot of emotion, obviously, from what we've been facing in the past. I mean, it's been going on for 76 years now, but the last year was very intense to us as musicians and as a band. So the song took a lot of I would say the song took a lot of ideas from a lot of different places to become what it is today, Ghost Town. um, I remember that Ramzi came up with a great riff for this song that was like Shargi riff on synth that is very 47 soul, and we've tried to build the music from there, based on a theme that is kind of like mixed between our old sound and what we think is the future of 47 soul sound. And I would say that the theme of the song was maybe the hardest the hardest bit for me as a music producer, to fit the theme of the lyrics into the music and make the music fit into the theme of the lyrics, and you know, the whole direction of the song, I would say.
Actually, on that, I remember, just to add to this, um, if you guys remember how the beginning tale of this song before we really worked on it after October 7th was on August 23, when I've just returned from a visit where I was in Jenin, and there was that. It wasn't out of the blue, but it wasn't. It was very intense, relatively to anything before October 7th in the past, 3, 4 years, and we had this energy. I mean, it's very sad to say that right now the focus is on the West Bank, and it was related since the beginning, and it just loops. And it's not the first time we feel this as 47 Soul, is that we're always connected to what's happening and try to translate what's happening in our music. And because it's an unending situation that we're facing until freedom, different events happen in parallel that make it relevant, even though at times we feel like this song should have dropped earlier or this should drop later, but the reality is that it's just related. So yeah, maybe Z, if you want to tell us a bit about the lyrics before we get into the video.
Yeah, that feedback loop, like we're definitely trying to talk about the theme of collective control, collective punishment, and the song has detail of natural responses to the very unnatural acts, like war and massacre and genocide, and it's not normal what even the average Palestinian goes through, and it feels like we're all not in Palestine, even though I'm here, except in the place where the source of our pain is at the moment. And that feeling also brings us together and brings out our vocality, and therefore also brings more extreme responses. So it's really a testament to our strength from the beginning to the end of the process of making the song. And that's how, and it's worth nurturing, yani, and not just taking for granted or pimping out the trends. And like, lyrically, we were like, we focused on the ghost limb metaphor, when the whole is losing a part, the whole fight for its essence, even if it loses a part. And it also symbolizes what the Arab world and the Arab diaspora is going through in the history of our lifetimes, with the largest grave site in the planet in the Arab world. And, in the spirit of the fight back, we did some shouting out of organic partnerships because it's a song and we do that, like Lion's word that's used locally, globally, Caribbean, South Asia, kind of like boss man, not only one of us can be a lion alone if we're not all lions type she. And of course, like the context, being as specific and honest as is practical within each phase, and holding in mind how it relates to the bigger pictures.
Yeah, man, like I sometimes feel, being based in London now for the last years, when I see a lot of the work that's done here and the action, I really respect it. Some people are out there putting, their jobs on the line. They're putting, like there's a lot of great work that comes out of London, and of course, other cities. And then you live this strange relationship between like, yeah, but that's you can't compare this to the the sumud and the resilience of our people on the ground, which is almost like a nature for our people. Is like people don't even bring it up, but also you cannot ignore your feelings of appreciation of what's happening here. And I start to feel comparing, asking myself questions like, what am I doing for it now? Should I do something for it? I mean, we grew up with this, and at the same time, we all have very different experiences. uh, I know it's not time right now and we want to talk about the videos, but when I think about what's happening on the ground and I think about how does Mu'taz feel about it, what I mean, with what's happening right now in Jenin, how does Michelle feel about it being from Jerusalem, our other team members that we have, like Omar from Rafah, it's like, how does he feel about it? And then you start to have this strange hierarchy of, like morality and ethics fight within yourself and responsibilities. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I just want to say that of course people interpret things the way they do, but I personally never thought that Ghost Town is Ghazi. I always felt that what we meant with Ghost Town is when the streets are empty after the protests, or when the streets are still empty before the protests, or on regular days when there is no protests in other cities in the world. We're like, it's a ghost town because it's almost like our souls die watching what's happening and being unable to do anything. So yeah, I mean, do you guys want to jump into the video thing, or does anyone want to say something about the song? Maybe we'll return back to it. Yeah. Michel Zananiri,
So,
the director of
yeah,
the
we'd
video.
like to introduce our friends, dear brothers and
Family.
friends, Mr. Michel Zananiri, the director of our latest video and our videos in the past couple of years. Mr. Michel Zananiri from Jerusalem, and Mr. Mu'taz Malhis, also our main star and actor in the music video, from Jenin,
Shout out to
also
Janine, bro.
based in London. Our brothers, who without them we wouldn't have been able to do this amazing work. Obviously, with all the community and with their support and the support of all the communities in London to form this amazing music video. So, welcome, Michelle and Mu'taz. Good to have you guys.
Hello, guys.
Hello, hello.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having us. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. It's honestly an honor to be among you now here on this after party, and generally it's an honor to be your friend, and to be your video director as well for this video and for many other videos. Well, guys, let me say this: we all live, for the past years, as Tariq said, we all live in London. And we have this relationship with this city where it's, you can call it bittersweet, because us as Palestinians have a very sad history here. Our struggle started in this city, because of the city and because of people who used to live here. It's Balfour. And now the city changed to a place where it is actually the epicenter of Palestinian solidarity in the West, mainly in Europe. So we have this relationship where we really appreciate the people of London, and we wanted them to be involved in our video. And at the same time, we want to send a message that your city has a big responsibility for what's happening in Palestine, and you should do something about it. So the idea of the video came from a lot of sessions, creative sessions, especially with Hamza and with Tariq, with Ramzi, and with others as well from the 47 Soul team and management team. But mainly, me and Hamza were discussing this video a lot, and the idea came. The idea was basically we wanted someone who represents the Palestinians and who is running underground. And there's a lot of symbolism for running underground in tunnels nowadays, that goes up to the city, and he's suddenly in a Western city, mainly London, that is totally empty, and there's no one there. And that person is very surprised, like, where is everybody? Where is everybody who lives in London? And then we discover through the video that everybody is in a Palestinian demonstration, and a demonstration for Palestine and for getting. So basically, the way I saw this video is that if there is injustice anywhere in the world, there is injustice, there's no justice anywhere. So there's a really big injustice happening in Gaza, and we wanted to portray this in London through many. If you watch the video again and again, and you look closely, you're gonna find a lot of messages, hidden messages that you can read between the lines. It was also such a pleasure working with Mu'taz Malhis. Mu'taz Malhis is, it's good to mention that we are not just colleagues or people who work together. We are like a family here in London. We are very close friends. We see each other all the time, and we are literally like a family. So Mu'taz is one of us and one of the leaders in our group, actually, and he's such an amazing actor. It's actually very good to have creatives, musicians, directors, artists, generally actors among your group, because things become much easier making videos, making art generally, when you have a diversity of artists in your group. So it was really such a pleasure working with Mu'taz. He's one of the most amazing actors I worked with. He's very flexible on set, and he gave us a lot that we didn't even think of. It was not part of the plan, but when you just put Mu'taz in front of the camera, he gives you with passion. So it was such a pleasure working with him. I think that video was, he added a lot to this video, and he added a lot to this message. Again, we did many videos before this one with Ford. I personally did many videos for 47 Soul, and we're planning to do a few more actually in the next few weeks. So yeah, we're traveling together in the next couple of days. We're gonna be in Egypt, and hopefully we will be doing some stuff in Egypt. And yes, I'm gonna give the mic to Mu'taz to talk about his experience in this video. And thank you guys again. Thank you for having me. There's a lot to say about this video and go more in details, but I know time is a bit short for everybody. I just wanted to say general things. And yes, please, Mu'taz, you have the mic.
Asha was the name. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Michelle. شكرا كثير حبيبي ميشيل. السلام عليكم يا جماعة. Hope you all go through this bad circumstances that we're going through as Palestinians. First of all, I want to say that it's such an honor to work with all of you, with the 47 Soul Band, my friends and my family in London, and with Michelle, my best friend. Like, I'm like so honored, Habibi, to work with you for the first time doing a music video with you. That's such an honor. I never thought.
Is it the first time you two work together?
Actually, it is the first time we work together. Yes.
Yeah, first time. Like, we're friends, but that's the first time we've done something like really like.
It surprises me.
Out of the heart.
Anyways, go ahead.
Deeply, like working on it. It was an amazing experience. When I've heard the track, I was mind blowing. I was like, wow, this is sick. I would absolutely love to do it. And I really enjoyed it. It was freezing cold. He made me run all of the city, and I think I lost like some weight that like during the film.
Was that the
It's
morning
alright, I
shoot?
can take protein shakes from you, Michelle, Habibi. It was an amazing experience. Every detail in that movie, especially when we got to the tunnel, I was shocked. How the hell did you find this place in London? It's like, especially we are in a city it's pro-Palestinian city. Like, this is the fact about London. Like, the majority of this city are big supporters of Palestine. Like, sometimes I walk in the streets, I feel like I'm home. I'm literally home.
True.
And all I can say that I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking for more to come. Hopefully in the future we can do more and more. And I really appreciate, and I'm honored to do this project with you. That's all I can say, and I'm hoping that people will love it. Guys, you gotta watch this video, share it all around all the platforms. The 47 Souls needs you, and you are always there. We know that, and we really love you guys, and that's all I can say.
Habibi Mu'taz,
Love you too, Mu'taz.
Such an honor to work. You know what, guys? I just want to say something little. I'm very bad at saying little, but I'm gonna try my best. You know, Michelle, when you were talking about this whole, messages in the video and how it came about, and Mu'taz mentioning, you know, like London being that city. If you want to shout out global solidarity, you can use London as the central point of that, let's say,
Indeed.
outside of the Arab world. وهيك. Now, I find it strange because like this story of the song and the video right now, it's in my head. I'm like, it's look, this is not a celebration statement, what I want to say, because it's hard to attach this with celebration. I just want to highlight how much of a full circle this idea is, from like the birth of early riffs of it to the first singing ideas to October 7th happening, to us not being able to make music, to coming back to it and be like, that's the one, to what Z is saying being in Palestine, to what me and Hamza are saying being based here. Shout out to our fourth member, founder for Wala Isbayt in that sense. But also, it's like, I'm thinking this started as a small inspiration from seeing what happened in Jenin in 2023, and then you get October 7th, and all the events happen, and then we all thought that video should drop sooner, but we couldn't, and then it got postponed. We decided to do something else, you know, and by the time it's out now, you have all the intense situation happening in Jenin, and then the alignment of seeing all the people that we protest with in our video, the honor of being in the podium, performing that video, performing that song exclusively earlier in one of the demonstrations in front of all the London supporters, and as a end of this like peak of the story, having Michelle and specifically Mu'taz now from Jenin being the start of this while it's happening. I don't know if this came across, but you get all those ideas together and what's happening on the ground, and it always feels like we're only doing the soundtracks of our lives. We're not really doing videos and music that's like, I don't want to explain about being relevant to what's happening or not. It's never been intentional. It's just how we are wired. It's our DNA. So shout out to everyone. Thanks a lot to all of the team, you know, Mu'taz, Michelle, us, you know, our management, our everyone on our team, you know, label, YouTube Premium, watchers, and YouTube for the support. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about what we're up to next. We know, of course, we've dropped the song Yaho, where we addressed our people directly in Arabic. Now we're doing Ghost Town. In between, we had a very nice collaboration with Saint Levant and Dal'ona. Ghost Town now is out. Egypt, we're gonna see you this Friday.
مصر
Which you know
مش هتكلم انجليزي.
هنتكلم انجليزي مع بعض, and we're on Australia and New Zealand in March. EP launch of everything that has Ghost Town in Yaho will be at Scala in London on April 29th. So we can't wait to see all our people in London, the ones that we see at the protests, the ones who need to come down to the protests more. But this is really about what our people are going through, and this dualism of appreciation of the city of London and the continuous grief we are feeling in this ongoing genocide that's now shifting to different cities. So Shabab, I'll leave it to you, please, if you want to say anything before we go to the
I just
Q&A.
want to add to what you said. First of all, thank you so much, Michelle and Mu'taz, for all the support and the help with this work and future work that's going to come up. You know who you are, guys. And I also would love to add to what Tariq said. I would love to thank all the organizers from the protest in London, giving us that stage, that platform to raise the morale of all the protesters at the end of the line, give us the privilege to perform our song and talk very shortly to the people and support them and support their spirit, them supporting Palestine and the cause. So we thank them so much. We thank all the people who showed up in the video. And I just want to also add something to Michelle of like when the whole idea of Ghost Town started, it was mostly about highlighting the protesters and how do we add shots of us playing the song in the middle. So I really hope, and we all for Seven Soul hope, that we did justice with this by highlighting all the protesters, everyone who shows up every weekend, whether they're pregnant, sick, tired, to all these amazing protests who reached 500,000. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts, the five of us here. Thank you so much.
Quick one, Z. I want to thank you specifically, brother, because when we filmed Ghost Town, you had a tough situation and you were ill, but you still like insisted on coming. Be like, no, man, I'll do it. And man, you killed it, brother. Like as always, like I respect you for this. Like I know it wasn't easy for you specifically on that, brother.
Thank you, SD.
أخوي. Thank you so much معتز وميشيل thank you so much everybody. Appreciate you all, and we say a lot, but like we want to hear what you think the song's about and what it means for you. So don't forget to write to us and
Yeah, come up with the questions. Do we see the questions here? Let me see. All right. We
have some questions about shows. We'd say that stay tuned to our social media. We'll be releasing dates soon for our upcoming shows.
Yeah,
More music coming out.
Egypt is this Friday, guys. For the shows, people, Egypt is this Friday. March, we're doing 4 shows in Australia and New Zealand, and we're launching the EP in London on the 29th of April.
Yes.
Nice one.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for our after party and Q&A with Mr. Michel and Mu'taz for our song Ghost Town. We hope that you all like the song. Please keep supporting Palestine. Please keep supporting Palestinian efforts. Please keep supporting everyone who struggles around the world. We stand with you. We love you, everyone. Thank you all. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tariq, Ramzi, Mu'taz, Michel. And thank you to our team and to YouTube users. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Assalamu alaikum.